From the X Sports Network, this is the UNA Report, presented by First Class Charter.
Welcome to the pregame show, getting you ready for the big matchup in the UAC between North Alabama and West Georgia. These two rivals have known each other for quite a while, and they'll be renewing the rivalry today at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Here's what Brent Dearman had to say about today's matchup.
UNA head football coach Brent Dearman. Coach, let's wrap up last weekend's game against Tarleton State. Just your final thoughts.
You know, you had moments in that game where we could have put it away, and moments that we could capitalize on momentum. And that, for us to get over the hump, that's the biggest thing that we've got to do, is capitalize on momentum. Big message on Sunday, on Monday, was we've had tough losses against the 14th, 15th, and 16th ranked teams in the country. And in order for us to get in that position, we've got to take advantage of moments like not having a muff punt, not allowing a 97-yard touchdown after a punter pins them down deep. We had moments. Now we just got to start making those plays in those moments. Our coaching staff got to do a good job of putting the right guys in position to make those plays in those moments.
Defensively, Edwin White-Schultz returned after missing the first 4 games. He had 8 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Made the game's first tackle to open up the ball game, Coach. Just how energizing was it having Edwin back out there?
You know, Edwin's a spark plug for our defense. I think he gives a kind of a security blanket for everybody, knowing that that field safety, the ball's going to get knocked down anytime it's over on that side of the field. He's an over-communicator. He brings energy, he brings juice to the field. So there's so many different things that Edwin brought us. At the same time, we don't want to take away from the guys that have been playing those spots that have not played bad as well. So it gives us even more depth. It allows us to do a lot more things on that side of the ball. So it was really nice to see him back out there flying around.
West Georgia, this week's opponent, an old friend of UNA from the Gulf South Conference. Second UAC game, Coach. And first of all, what's the message to the team when you still got a full league schedule to play?
We got 7 straight conference games, and everything's still sitting right in front of us. All of our goals that we had preseason is still sitting right in front of us. So we just got to take care of business this week at West Georgia. We're playing a tough conference opponent. I think between them and us, there's a few GSC, some old Gulf South trophies laying around the buildings for both places. But to get this rivalry back up and renewed, I know it means so much for both fan bases. But we just got to do a good job of taking care of what we can take care of. Both teams are going to get some rain this week with the storm going through. So how can you handle practicing in the rain this week? How can you prepare in the tougher situations to go down and play this football game on Saturday?
This is the second game in the UAC schedule for North Alabama. Let's see what happened in the previous week as they opened up league play as Tarleton State came to town. Let's go to the highlights on a packed crowd from Brawley Stadium on Saturday night. Here in the first quarter, Scott Payne on the opening drive for the Lions knocks in the 20-yard field goal, give him a 3-0 lead. Here in the second quarter, pinned deep, but it doesn't matter. Kayvon Britton goes untouched, taking it 96 yards to the house. The extra point is good as the Texans now lead at 7-3. Then at the end of the first half, Payne is going to add his second field goal, this time from 22 yards out, as the Texans lead at 7-6 at the half. Here in the third, off of a muffed punt, it's Britton going to punch it in from 2 yards out, makes it 14-6, Tarleton State. But the Lions would respond. Javion Allen takes a handoff over the left side, goes down the sidelines, and gets into the end zone from 10 yards out. The ensuing 2-point conversion, Ben Harris is going to hit Caleb Heatherly on the screen, and it is a 14-all game. Very next possession here for the Texans, it's Britton again over the right side, and he goes untouched again, this time from 65 yards out. Add the extra point, makes it 21-14. Here in the fourth, it's Britton again. His 4th touchdown of the night, this time from 9 yards out. That is all Tarleton State would need as they go on to win this one from Florence, 28-14. Coming up next, we check in with a man who has a lot of experience on the coaching staff, especially when it comes to playing at the pro level, in Sammy Parker.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
From the X Sports Network, this is the UNA Report, presented by First Class Charter.
Welcome back to the pregame show, getting you ready for the big UAC showdown between North Alabama and West Georgia. There's a man on the North Alabama coaching staff who has plenty of football experience, not only coaching all across the country, but also playing at the college and pro level as well, in Sammy Parker. Sammy Parker's journey to North Alabama was a long one. After several coaching stops, he connected with Brent Dearman, which eventually brought him to Florence.
Get a chance to work with Coach Dearman. Obviously had a connection with him before when he was at Kansas, and I was in the Kansas City area doing some training and stuff of that nature. So I've been able to connect with him again, and we competed against each other when I was at Rice and he was at FAU, so we kind of connected the dots.
Parker was a standout wide receiver at Oregon, where he left with the majority of the school's receiving records, some of which still stand.
It was great, man. Went on and had a good time in Eugene. Was able to set a couple records. They broke a couple of them. I still got one hanging in the rafters. Probably come down this year. I think Tez just need about 20 catches or something like that. So he probably had that probably next week. And then 20 years with record standing at the University of Oregon has been great. Obviously, the great product that we've been putting out on the field over there.
He spent 4 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs, taking his knowledge from the pros and passing it along.
Pretty much trying to get them everything that I know, and trying to get them to understand that everything that I'm showing them and teaching them, I've done it myself. So obviously being out here every day with my cleats on, and to give demonstrations if I need to, and things of that nature, and let them know that at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you and show you what it takes to get to that level.
So far in 2024, his receiving group has been productive, but there's always room for improvement.
I think we did some good stuff so far, but there's still a lot of things that we can clean up, and some more playmaking ability that we have out there. We dropped a few easy passes, but at the end of the day, we did some good stuff, but we still got a long way to go.
His position group has caught balls from 4 different quarterbacks, but their job is still the same.
The ball come our way, we got to make the play. It ain't nothing about the quarterback, it's about us at the end of the day, focusing and watching the ball all the way in and making plays for them to make them look spectacular.
The goals for the Lions are still in front of them, and Parker knows this season is far from over.
Oh, definitely the goals still in front of us. We're just not getting into conference play, and I think that we have a lot of tough games coming up, and I think we have the talent to go out there and compete each and every day and each and every week. I mean, you can see that we've made progress from game 1 to now. So now we're just kind of not finalize, but put everything together, in one big ball and get this thing rolling.
Coming up next, we check in with everything that's going down UNA athletics this week.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
From the X Sports Network, this is the UNA Report, presented by First Class Charter.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Now it's time to check in with all the other fall sports who had a very busy week this week at UNA. The UNA women's soccer team fell at Austin Peay on Thursday 2-0. Up next, the Lions will head to Lipscomb on Sunday for a 1 o'clock kickoff. The Lion volleyball team will be back in A-Sun play on Saturday morning as they take on Jacksonville at 11 o'clock this morning. And in cross country, Brian Bett broke the school record once again, this time by 36 seconds at 23.264 at the FSU pre-regional meet. That does it for the pregame show, and you can check out all the highlights and postgame reaction going down tonight in our postgame report.
This is the X Sports Network.